Oh, a sorry war strategist.
Excuse me. I'm Commander Shepard. If you promise to be careful, I've got something for you.
Stop it! What? Hello, friends. This is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Mass Effect 3, where we're on Horizon doing this priority mission. Priority Horizon, where we are exploring this Cerberus facility where they are kind of in conflict with the Reapers, because the Reapers, they were trying to like replicate some of the stuff the Reapers were doing, and we're going to take an elevator up to the tower, because we did most of, oh, I don't know if most of this mission, but I feel like we did most of this mission last time.
Get ready!
Get ready for whatever's beyond here.
Shepard.
Miranda.
Commander Shepard. Excellent timing.
Miranda's dad.
Down.
No. Oriana tried to shoot me. Miranda's poisonous influence, no doubt.
Yeah, she's the problematic one here.
Where's Kai Lang?
I don't know. Gone. He took my research and left us here to die.
Miranda, can you hear me?
That's close enough. Both of you. Kai Lang didn't finish the job, but I will.
This ends here.
On the contrary, now that the Reapers are taken care of, we have a way out.
Let her go.
Shepard. Don't let him take her.
This is Miranda's sister, if I remember.
Please.
So I've learned a hard lesson, which is never pick the non-blue or red option if I have an option, if I have the ability to pick something else. I'm even hesitant to pick this. I'm pretty sure that this would be okay because it's not final, but I'm just too afraid. So I'm gonna go with you know what? I don't think I can be reasonable. I will hunt you down.
You try to leave with her, you die. Let her go and maybe you walk.
I've done nothing to you.
This isn't about you and me. Let her go and walk away. I won't say it again.
All right. Take her. But I want out alive. Deal?
Not my deal. Ha!
No deal.
I did say maybe he would walk. I just gave him the chance. Miranda finished it. Probably.
It's okay, Ori. You're safe now.
He might not be
Fine.
dead.
I want to get out of here.
Like, people have survived a lot worse than getting booped off a cliff.
Feeling it, okay?
Off a short cliff.
Commander Shepard. Fancy meeting you here.
We caught a break. You all right?
I'll be fine. Really. I don't know how you managed it, but I'm grateful you're here.
What? I'm not going to scold her. What happened?
How did you do all this?
Finding my father didn't take long once I confirmed he worked for the Elusive Man. Just had to follow the lies. Once I saw what this place really was, I couldn't just walk away.
Of course.
Things got really complicated when Reapers showed up. And Kai Lang.
You survived. Not many people could do that.
When you mentioned he was involved, I took a few precautions. Probably saved my life.
I could have helped. I would have been open to helping.
Miranda, this whole thing was a huge risk. You should have told me.
You have a war to win, Shepard.
That's fair.
This was my fight. It's been a long time coming.
You did it. It's over.
I'm glad that I was just chipping in at the
Yes.
end.
I just wish my sister didn't have to see all this.
About your father.
I'm glad he's gone, Shepard. I'm sorry if that sounds cold.
I think you're counting your chickens a bit early. Like, check the body.
It's finally over. For both of us. We can stop running.
Like, maybe I'm
Yes,
wrong,
you
but
can.
I'm just...
What's our status? Any intel we can use from this place?
Research databases have been purged, but security systems are intact, including Cerberus shipping manifests. No direct links, but it's a good start.
Grab anything you can off the computer. We'll take it back to be analyzed.
I can do better than that.
What?
Before Kai Lang took off, I planted a tracer on him. If you
Oh, shit.
act fast, you'll track him right to the Elusive Man.
Look at you, snatching...
Sounds like you thought of everything.
Yeah, victory from the jaws of defeat.
Not quite, but... Nobody's perfect.
You're quite up there.
Thanks, Miranda. This is exactly what we need.
Thought you might need some good news.
Damn right. What's next for you two?
Get her someplace safe. Get this scratch cleaned up.
Okay. I gotta follow all this up.
I'll be in touch, Shepard. Soon.
I hope so.
Come on, Ori. We've had enough of Father's hospitality.
Let's make sure everyone knows about this place.
I guess he really is dead.
Scrambler disabled.
Listen to me. This is not a refugee camp. This is a Cerberus facility run by
Cortez,
my
we need to
father,
pick up at the
Henry
tower.
Lawson.
Roger that.
I've had enough of this place.
Are they going to show the body down here? No, they don't show the body. Trophy earned, well connected. Send a warning across the galaxy. Yeah, so Cerberus is fully outed.
In favor of your diversion to Sanctuary, Commander. Too many unknowns. But I was wrong. The Cerberus lab you raided hinted at something big, but we never expected this. All those refugees, all that slaughter, just to study indoctrination.
Sanctuary did need to be shut down, sir. What they learned about the Reapers wasn't worth all those lives.
It's useful intel, Commander, but you're right. The cost was too high. Do we have a location on the elusive man?
Yes, we had a tracer on Kai Lang when he reported back.
Good, that gives us a fighting chance to take Cerberus out of this war.
Agreed. We need to end Cerberus and focus on the Reapers.
My thoughts exactly. Hack it out.
So it really is going to be like parallel aims here, or yeah, parallel aims here that don't. They certainly are close to each other, but they don't. It seems like they're not going to intersect in the way that I was expecting them to. All right, new update here. I mean, they do intersect certainly, but it's not like we're going to fight Cerberus alongside the Reapers together forever. Like, I honestly was thinking Cerberus would sort of win before we took it away from them. Like Cerberus would hijack the Reapers successfully, something like that. Alliance 6th Fleet. Traveling through Council space when Earth was invaded. The men and women on board watched helplessly as footage of their devastation rolled in. Their last order from Admiral Hackett was to avoid engagement in lane reserve. After waiting so long, the 6th Fleet is eager to engage the enemy. We are really close on this thing, on the maxing out total military strength, but there's just so much stuff I'm certain I missed that I don't think we're actually going to get there, but that's fine by me. This is not a game I was intending to 100%, especially on the first try. Even on the one, I'm sure there's achievements and stuff for trophies or whatever for, you know, Paragon and Renegade, and obviously you can only do one of those in one playthrough, but even with the total military strength, I knew there was some stuff that's going to get missed. Miranda Lawson, ex-Cerberus operative. Her intelligence as Cerberus, her intelligence, dedication, and leadership impressed the elusive man, who assigned her to head the Lazarus Cell team that brought Commander Shepard back to life. It almost looks like she's winking in this photo. I don't know why. Maybe because her left pupil is so much darker than, or left, I don't know if it's pupil or what, but it looks like she's winking because there's less white in her left eye. Lawson brings extensive knowledge of the elusive man's dealings to the Alliance, directing them towards several clandestine Cerberus operations. A skilled shot and a gifted biotic, Lawson is as comfortable in a pitched battle as she is in a boardroom. All right, where are we in terms of priority? Cerberus headquarters. The elusive man's headquarters has been located, and the Alliance is prepared to attack to recover the Prothean VI that holds the key to the catalyst. Once the attack is launched, the Alliance will be fully committed to the final attack fight against the Reapers. Assault the base when ready. That fully committed thing tells me that this is probably one of those, like, finish stuff up now things, like, before you at least complete that mission. So, I'm gonna do another sweep here, and probably...
looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that.
The same guy that lets Cerberus stick Reaper tech into his skull. Those bastards aren't human anymore.
I appreciate the thought, but it's also a little bit no true Scotsman-y.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
The Cerberus folks are very much very, very human. Miranda Lawson, new digs? Would love to see it, Shepard. Can't be any worse than that pokey little captain's cabin on the Normandy. Invite me over sometime. I'm in the area. All right, we will definitely do that. So we're heading to, after we talk to people on the Normandy, we're going to head back to the Citadel.
The Alliance has issued warnings about Sanctuary. Cerberus bastards. Horizon was my home.
Just tell me.
I forgot about that, or didn't know.
Cerberus down.
Cerberus is already dead. They just don't know it yet. And when their base is nothing but a smoking crater, remember that you're the one who helped us find them.
Thanks.
Commander?
She's really, like... I don't think they're going to do this. I really wouldn't mind if if Andromeda, which I'm probably not going to play immediately after this. I don't even know if I'll end up recording. If there's enough interest, maybe I will.
For news about the human colony, Tiptree.
Hey, Liara, you don't need to worry about that right now.
Now's as good a time as any. I'm getting reports of refugee ships from Tiptree landing on Solarian colonies. I don't have names. I'm sorry. It was mostly children.
Well, Gunny, Hillary, my sister, Gunny's a nickname. She's had it since, she's only 15, so if it's children, then maybe I only lost my dad. Kind of an asshole thing to hope for.
Jeff, right now, take any kind of hope you can get.
Thanks. You too.
I won't say that dealing with positive feelings from losing your dad is a theme of this episode, but it's happened twice in like 10 minutes, and that's interesting to me. Yeah, so I'm not convinced that. Well, yeah. Let me know if you're particularly interested in seeing Andromeda. But it's not immediately next for me. We'll come to that kind of as the playthrough wraps up whenever we get there. But if Andromeda isn't just a totally new setting, as I kind of expect it is at this point, or if it's a totally new setting and totally new, if it's not just totally new characters, if there's any carryover, I think that Trainer would be a fascinating protagonist. I don't think they're going to do it. I think there's like almost no chance, but I think Trainer would be a fascinating protagonist, or at least like main buddy, main NPC companion.
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Love these.
Have fun.
What is it now?
Uh-oh.
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
Some prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
First of all, I'm surprised that... I'm not surprised at how people are acting in this situation. I am surprised that the Reapers need these prison camps. Like, it feels like... I guess I expected them to just, as soon as they're captured, just be tossed into the food processor. I'm surprised they have to be held alive for any significant period of time. Life isn't just survival. People fight differently. Yeah, life isn't just survival. I think people want to survive, but only under certain what do you call it? Under certain conditions. Like, for instance, I'll do a much more selfish example, like the Saw traps. If you've seen the movie Saw, or any of the Saw movies, where, you know, you have to, I'm just making something up, like you have to, in order to prove your will to live, you have to, you know, eat your own stomach or something, or eat a piece of your own, something that's incredibly painful, but you'd survive. But, or you just, you know, the reverse bear trap snaps your head open and you just die. I'm ashamed to say I would probably just get eaten by the reverse bear, just get killed by the reverse bear trap, I would not have the will to live, to persevere, to live through incredible amounts of pain. And that would probably shock Edie. She'd say survival at all costs. This is a much more positive version of that. People are probably not willing to live if it means trading in family members, losing their values, again, like, if there's only so much a human can withstand. Like, under torture, you probably give up a lot of that stuff, because in the hierarchy of survival, pain at a certain point probably trumps family, at least for many people. I'm not surprised at this at all. Yeah, life isn't just survival.
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you
But they
saying
didn't-
submission is preferable to extinction?
Sometimes it is.
My primary function is to preserve and defend the... No, I disagree. Shepard, I am going to modify my self-preservation code now.
I love Edie
Why?
as a character.
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different.
That's oh gosh, I
When
didn't even think of
Jack,
that.
I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him. And my core programming should reflect that.
I'm glad to hear that.
Sounds like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
To the death.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
I thought Edie was going in for a hug there. I misread it.
Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good.
Edie is so great. Decoy available and unlocked, available in medbay. I'm going to stick with domination. Or maybe I'll stick with domination, and if I get the chance to... because I'm going to be fighting against a bunch of humanoids, but maybe... No, I think I'll just stick with domination. I really like domination. Let me put that into context. In the game of Mass Effect 3, the ability, which lets you draw a charm like a humanoid enemy and let them fight on your side for ability for a little while, is quite effective and fun to use. That ability is called domination.
Nice work shutting that place down. Is Miranda okay?
She will be.
Even for Cerberus, that place was crazy. They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
I won't say I have no idea, because I think I get it. They accomplished their goal.
Cerberus was trying to control Reaper forces.
Yeah, which is crazy. Who would ever...
And they succeeded.
Sure, but that doesn't make it right.
No.
Makes it understandable.
But if you can tell yourself that those people were gonna die anyway...
Well, whatever. I'm just glad you shut that place down.
Like, wrong, but like clearly wrong, but it's not incomprehensible. It's not, I don't know what they were getting out of this or anything like that. It's it's understandable in that I understand it. I get why they made those decisions.
Commander?
I would like a moment to myself, Shepard. I am examining human literature.
The spicy stuff? The smut?
Hello, Shepard.
Oh, okay. Like, if someone busts into my room and I'm like, excuse me, I'd like a moment to myself, I'm examining human literature. Like, I think that's the impression I would be giving them. Let's go down a floor. Ashley.
I can't believe what you found down there. The whole thing was so calculated, using hope to lure people to their deaths, or worse. I can't understand it. And you know, I'm glad I can't. It makes me feel human.
I don't know what that says about me if I can understand it.
Just wondering what the refugees do now. I thought I'd heard of everything. Man. Hard to believe what was down there.
Yeah.
Commander?
I almost think it would have been more interesting if instead of it being like taking in refugees, if they had taken in prisoners, convicted of, undoubtedly of heinous crimes and been using them for that. If they had been operating like some kind of private independent prison and it turns out that, that was like they didn't know it was Cerberus, it was a shell, it was a shell corporation or a shell corporation or something that Cerberus actually was behind and using it for that. I feel like that would have been a more interesting way to go with this than like taking in like innocent refugees and using them for this experiment. It would have challenged the whole like the boundary of what's understandable in this case a little bit better. But I'm nitpicking. It's still interesting. I think it would have been, again, more challenging to the ideas they're trying to challenge.
I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on Thessia earlier...
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
The penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
It's fair.
Perhaps. Thank you, Edie. I hadn't considered that. How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it.
Driven is the understatement of the century for Miranda.
Thanks for coming by.
Broker's Terminals. Broker Terminal. Prothean Notes 2186, Entry 4. I can't let disappointment stop me from learning the Protheans' history. It's just as naive as thinking they were all benevolent. And I've perhaps been arrogant, judging an entire species on what little time I've had to know of its sole asshole survivor. He was hardly responsible for the skewed view I had of his people, despite being a giant butt. I put forward the idea of writing a book with Javik, and to my surprise, he said he would think about it. Perhaps it's a start. What a manipulative asshole. Possible book titles. Glyph, please flag this as a list of possible book titles. When this is over, I'd like to publish... Glyph is basically like Siri for her, isn't she? Isn't it? It? I don't know if Glyph is preferred gender. When this is all over, I'd like to publish what we've learned about the Protheans. A living legacy. The Prothean Empire. The Protheans. The last Prothean. No, don't focus on Javik. The living history of the Protheans. I despise thinking of titles for my own. Academic research, Prothean journeys, journeys with the Prothean. I kind of wonder for this sort of thing whether generative AI is useful. I lean towards useful, yes, but it brings the ceiling down of what you can come up with. I think that if you're trying to come up with something creative like this, like a lot of this is, to some extent, what she's doing is just what she'd want generative AI to do. Like, she's thinking, like, what are some titles that, based on past book titles that people have come up with? And it'll come up with stuff. It'll come up with stuff probably a similar list to what you did, but more expansive and faster. And you won't struggle as much. But it'll set the ceiling lower on what your final outcome can be, I think, because it'll lock you into this default list of ideas rather than centering the ones that your mind is already straying towards and bouncing around. And I think you're going to go with kind of the more general version instead of centering in on the version that's more specific to you. Like, the more instead of circling on the more specific to you and then coming up with the one that's more likely to be like, bam, that's the one that really defines what I want. I don't know. I'm sure I'm overthinking this. I'm not sure I'm overthinking this. I think I'm thinking it through okay. Can't interact with Glyph.
Thanks for coming by.
Please, enjoy your day.
Same to you. I hope you have a great little... I hope you hover well today, Glyph. We're going to try Decoy. I know I said before, not that long ago, that I was going to do... I was going to stick with Domination, but I'm going to try Decoy. Just because it's new and it's there. What useless, manipulative nonsense do you have to say, Jav? Not useless. Manipulative and jerkish, but he's not useless.
Looks familiar.
I've been studying this ship. It's true. There was a Normandy before this one. You died in an attack.
I'm back.
Something like that.
But then you were resurrected to fight the Reapers.
Maybe you and I have a thing or two in common.
Quite the little Buffy am I. Oh, that's true.
The reasons you fight are still alive. The friendships of the people around you. Are they the reason you wish to continue living?
I hadn't thought about that parallel before. No, I'm here to kill the Reapers. I don't know if I am, but I think Shepard is super locked into the war right now.
I care about them, but any of them could die on any given day. The only thing I know for certain is that everyone dies if we don't win this war.
Better to keep the world at a distance.
Which you seem to do quite well, Javik.
I don't love the parallels there.
It is called the Echo Shard. Passed from soldier to soldier, Prothean to Prothean. Each adds their memories to it.
Like a beacon. How far back does it go?
To a time before the Reapers. It is all that is left of my people.
And you don't want to remember that?
Imagine if everyone you knew was dead. You could not remember their faces, or the color of the sky above your home. The memories were gone, but so was the pain. Would you want to remember that, Commander? Even if it meant watching everyone die again?
I'm going to try to answer this honestly, because I really don't know. I would lean towards... God, I really don't know. I really don't know. I think Shepard... No, that's a cop-out. I don't want to think what Shepard would say. I'm thinking of that whole thing about how... That saying how you have two deaths, one when you die and the other when the last person who remembers you dies, remembers your deeds and memory and name and all that. And as a sign of respect for those people and what they gave, probably I would. It would let them stay alive a bit longer. It would... I'll say yes, I would. I don't know if I would regret this decision, but I think I would, if in the moment someone asked if I'd want to remember all that, really viscerally, I'll say yes, I would, but it's not, I don't think it's an easy choice.
If I had something like this, seeing Earth again, whole, with everyone still alive, that would be worth the pain.
Before the Reapers, the stars belonged to us. Civilization flourished. There was the Quasar fortress of the Tarandi Vale, the ice canals of Judar IV, the palisades of the Verome Angelic. It was magnificent. But then...
What is it?
The Reapers came. Planet by planet, we were extinguished. We fought back.
You okay?
I once commanded a ship like this one. A loyal crew with many friends. Was captured. Only I escaped.
What happened to them?
Indoctrinated. The Reapers sent them against me. Year after year, battle after battle, I was hunted by my own people. Every encounter, a reminder of my failure as a soldier.
Sorry. I had no idea.
Until the Battle of the Cronian Nebula. I had only my knife left. I cornered my men and slit their throats one by one. I watched them bleed to death, to be certain.
Spare them from the pain sort of thing, or?
Must have been.
Or they were turned?
It was the day I understood. War is atrocity committed in the name of survival. It is a lesson I wish I had never learned.
I will say that the calculus of whether you accept all those memories or not changes when deep-seated trauma is involved. When the thing you're remembering is, horrifying and nightmarish and will hurt you and bring very little good. I think that I'll fully admit that I have lived a peaceful life with challenges and things I really don't want to remember, but nothing remotely like what he's describing. And so there's a level of detachment there from the problems that he's facing when he asks, "Would you take the Echo?"
The crew seems shocked by the experiments at Sanctuary. They shouldn't be.
Why is that?
Our war lasted for centuries. It provided more time for worse atrocities to be committed. There was a species, the Densorian. They became convinced the Reapers could be placated by sacrificing their own young. The entire planet joined in this ritual. I will spare you the details, but it did not work. They simply made the Reaper's job easier. It was as your elusive man is now. His ambitions are nothing short of madness. Sharpen your knife, Commander. His is a voice that must be silenced, and a throat that must be slit.
In the wake of what he just said, sharpen your knife. Whew. I'm still not quite sure I understand why he slit the knives of all the people around him. Like, were they all indoctrinated? Was it just to spare them from the pain? I don't. There was something there that maybe it just he said it explicitly and it just went past me, or I don't know.
The Reapers will not bring victory. Only their extinction will.
I agree with that. I very much agree with that. Like, I think I'm not convinced that Cerberus was... I've said this before. I'm not convinced that the Elusive Man's plan to subjugate the Reapers is totally driven by indoctrination. Like, I think it's a plan I could understand him taking, but I think it's really a short-sighted, silly plan.
If you require a mate, please look elsewhere.
No worries. I will resist the temptation.
I would prefer to be alone.
Okay. I don't know if Javik is a thirst trap for some people. He is not one for me.
Breaking now, Alliance Marines uncover the worst Cerberus war crimes to date.
Yeah, you're having a field day with this.
Advertised as a safe haven on the planet Horizon, exposed as a secret Cerberus lab. Brainwashing, lethal experiments, and Reaper connections. The exclusive details next in the battle space.
I'm trying to walk heroically through the slow motion heroic pose for her. Okay.
Commander.
Just got word from Miss Sato. She arrived at the Alliance research facility safe and sound.
Yeah, and Esteban got to play hero with the damsel in distress.
You know me and my damsels, Mr. Vega.
That I do.
Is everything okay, Shepard?
Everything is okay is pushing it, but yeah, no, I don't know that Cortez is all that into damsels in distress. He's into being a hero. I just don't know. I don't think he's going to take it much farther than that.
I can't believe the Elusive Man really found a way to control the Reapers. I mean, he's still fucking crazy, but damn. Imagine if he was on our side. But I guess that's exactly what the Reapers want. Get us all fighting each other. Divide and conquer.
Do we know
Just
why?
one more reason to hate them.
Do we know the origin of the Elusive Man? Like, do we know, they might have said this at some point, like he was a young Spectre operative, or he was an inspector in training, and then, he went off to do the thing. He went off to become Cerberus. Like, do we know what his, the younger years, the loves and lives of the Elusive Man?
Sure would have liked to visit Thessia before the war. Imagine a whole world of those blue beauties. One of the wonders of the galaxy, if you ask me. You want to hit Cerberus where it hurts? I'm with you. Ready when you are.
Okay. All right, we'll pay one more visit to the world's worst dog. Where are you?
Stay.
Look at this piece of garbage. What a trash dog. Invite Miranda over to the apartment.
Miranda, good to see you. How do you like the place?
Not a part of town I'd normally associate you with, Shepard.
A little bit fancy.
I like it. Fix me something while you're back there, would you?
Sure, I'll get just the thing. So what brings you back?
I was hearing some confusing reports. Sounded like you had lost your mind.
No doubt. My communications were hacked, among other things. I'm sure the news had a field day.
It did. So, a clone?
It's pretty silly. Heard something?
Yeah. Saw it myself. Did you know anything about this?
Just rumors. Nothing really caught my attention. But about this Brooks.
Heard anything?
Not as Brooks, but as Hope Lilium. Another lie, certainly. When the collectors showed up, she put together the dossiers on your crew for the elusive man.
Hmm.
Never paid her much mind. Interesting. My focus at the time was bringing you back. We needed the real Shepard, not some cheap knockoff. I mean, really. A clone?
It's the truth.
Yes. Hard to imagine.
I'm not sure the galaxy could survive 2 Shepards. Think of the property damage.
We are pretty chaotic, aren't we?
Oh, they shut down my favorite sushi place.
That's a shame.
Shepard doesn't like sushi?
Shepard, you didn't.
Oh, no, that's right. Shepard is the one who
Right through the fish
did it.
tank.
How did you manage that?
It exploded.
It's not always
Hey, it was
Shepard's
Clone's
fault.
plan, not mine.
Yeah, plot happens to her.
Blowing up a fish tank shouldn't be part of anyone's plan. Although executing marine life seems to be some sort of hobby with you. No wonder your clone couldn't resist.
It was the first step in taking over my whole life. We stopped it.
Good thing, but why did it want your life? Why would anyone? All that running, jumping, gunfire. It's crazy.
I think Shepard is a bit of an adrenaline junkie at this point. I think she would need it to live. I like it that way.
I'd describe it as engaging rather than dangerous.
I'll drink to that.
Trust me, I know all this isn't normal.
Speaking of trust, with all this clone business, how do I know you're the real Shepard?
I don't know, you just do.
Do I? That's the trouble with clones. You can never be sure.
Is she being flirty?
You rebuilt me from almost nothing. Don't you recognize your own handiwork?
It's not as if I carved my initials in the corner.
Well, clone or not, I'm the only Shepard left.
Good point. I guess I'm stuck with you.
I do have a crazy life, don't I?
That you do, my friend. That you do.
Miranda's pants really show off her butt, don't they? Like, they go far out of their way to do so. They put in, like, double time major effort in butt show-offage. Oh, look at that. And look at those two. This is the whole Joker Edie thing is fantastic. It's so good. And you got fucking Tally. Oh my god. Well, there we go again. The whole Javik thing of do you want the... I'm going to keep the picture despite seeing Tally there and knowing where her story ended up. New messages. Pencil me in from Miranda. Here for a night out? Let's get dressed up and meet on the casino. I'll be the one in red. We're really catching up, aren't we? I'm stopping by the Spectre terminal on the Citadel just in case there's side quest stuff, items that I missed, because this, if I understand it, is the place that they'd be. Yeah, nothing there. This is just the items. Cerberus encryption codes. Wait, what? Cerberus code breakers are having difficulty cracking Cerberus encryption. For a nominal fee, the Solarian Special Tasks Group is willing to sell encryption algorithms recovered from Cerberus engineers during the attack on Surcash. Because the sale violates protocol and risks political repercussions within the Solarian government, the seller has asked that STG's involvement be kept quiet. Instead, the data should be marked as discovered on the body of a Cerberus engineer whose equipment failed to self-destruct. I'll get this, sure. I don't know. Reaper code fragment. Geth target. This has got to be that stuff, right? Reaper code fragment. Asari war strategists have encountered difficulty predicting Reaper movements due to poor understanding of Reaper thought processes. A scavenger is willing to sell a Reaper processor that he discovered among the debris from Sovereign's attack on the Citadel several years ago. This intel could dramatically improve the efforts of Asari forces. And we got... What's the Defender? Oh, that's armor. Nah. An Eclipse covert... The Geth target jamming tech. An Eclipse covert ops team is willing to sell jamming technology they recovered from a Geth station. Deploying these jamming units on the Presidium could hinder enemy forces in the case of another attack on the Citadel, thereby saving civilian lives. Because the Alliance cannot formally support Eclipse mercenary work, this technology should be treated as though it were discovered during the action on Rannoch. So maybe I probably just missed it there. Okay. And I think, is that it? It's weird that those are in the middle and not, like, at the bottom. I get that it goes, like, weapons, mission items, and then that, but I don't know. That's a little bit weird. Oh, Chakram Launcher 6. First thing we're going to turn in here is a C-Sec officer needs updated ciphers to break Cerberus codes. And I think I got 4 things at the, 4 quest items at the, 4 mission items, sorry, at the terminal. So this should clear them all out, maybe? Where are we going? It's somewhere in 4, right? Yeah, Officer Delk. Officer Delk and the Asari War Strategist. Oh, Asari War Strategist.
Excuse me. I'm Commander Shepard. If you promise to be careful, I've got something for you.
Stop it. What?
A Reaper code fragment. Yes.
Don't push.
I can use this to try to predict their strategic processes. We might be able to save a few worlds with this, Commander. Thank you.
Friggin' I just got pushed across halfway across the room.
I know
All the disrespect.
Divert forces to the new coordinates. Trust me. We may not be able to stop the Reapers, but I think we can predict their movements now.
And then there was one more person, but this was an ambassador. Where are you? Or no, this was Officer Delk is who I'm looking for now. Are they not here? Officer Delk is at the embassy offices in 4. This whole section is 4. Come through for me, Officer Delk. Where are you? Is this you? Are you just not lighting up for me? No, you're not. You're not Officer Delk. Are you? No, you're a door. Is Officer Delk a figment of my imagination? This is Officer Delk. I'm still in section 4 at the moment. Okay. Okay.
Your intel, right? I found these encryption codes on a Cerberus engineer. I thought they might be helpful.
Cerberus ciphers. That's exactly what we've been looking for. Thank you, Commander. Yes, Commander Shepard found some encryption algorithms. The team is expecting results soon now.
All right. And there's 2 more of these. C-Sec officer in Presidium Commons. Maybe there was just one more.
I pulled this from a Geth jamming tower. Maybe you can use it.
How the hell did you... Oh, never mind. Tech like this, I don't care where it came from. I'll have my people run with this. When the war comes back here, maybe we can save more lives.
If the war comes... No, the war is coming back here.
Thanks again. If we can get it working, this jamming tech will make this place a lot safer.
And I think we're pretty close... Ooh, new planet and location. Oh, Antaram. We know about Antaram at this point. The last thing is the Cacliosaur specimen. Help the Krogan fight on toxic worlds. Have I not... I guess I haven't found that. There's also one more area that I can look at, which is the last thing I'm going to do this session. Because I know the Horsehead Nebula opened up. Maybe it was already open, but it's hard for me to track that sort of thing.
Please select a destination.
And can't I just take the... I thought there was a spot I can just take the ship from here, right? Yeah. Oh, no, and I have... I'll do this after, but the Horsehead Nebula is like the next place to go for this main mission to take on Cerberus. But I'm thinking that like maybe there's a side place, a side mission there that I can find this thing, or a side planet I can explore and scan and find this thing. Where are we looking? Miranda is at the casino. Look how fancy I am. Miranda's the woman in red. I mean...
Miranda.
Cute
Yeah.
outfit, Shepard. Perfect. Thought we might try an evening out.
You know what? I'm intrigued.
Hey, you've picked a good spot to unwind. Any ideas?
A few. I'll probably need a bit of a push.
A push?
I was thinking about our talk earlier. About having a normal life. Damn. I'm not very good at this.
It's pure luck, isn't it?
Shepard, I'm not very good at being normal either. Bit of a disaster, really.
I get it. We just need a little practice.
Any ideas?
Easy, light. This feels a little bit hostile. No, it doesn't. Easy, lighten up.
The only difference between us and everyone else is that our to-do list is longer. We need to let that go tonight.
Let it go? That's harder than it sounds.
I know, but this is the perfect place to try.
A casino is not the perfect place to
Nothing but
try.
Alcohol, gambling, and wasting time.
I guess that's the point, right?
Right. Need more wine.
Now you're talking. Waiter, more wine.
Oh god. I'm gonna regret this.
We're a couple of girls out on the town. What's the worst that can happen? Come on, partner. Let's start some trouble.
Every time you go out on the town, like, things explode and sushi places die. All right. That's adorable.
Fair warning.
Yeah, that's pretty adorable. All right, we're gonna head back to the ship. Just a little snapshot of gals being pals, and I think that sincerely, like, there's definitely, like, I can't tell if they're hinting at more because, like, the camera clearly indicated that Shepard was showing, like, sexual interest in. Like, let me past. Damn it. The camera clearly indicated that Shepard was showing sexual interest in. It clearly, to me anyway, that was sexual interest in Miranda, and, like, sure, I don't blame her, but, like, I mean, I know they can go somewhere with it. I don't remember if Miranda can. I don't know if Miranda's queer in that way, but at least in the game. So, but I mean, certainly looked like Shepard was interested, but it also could just be gals being pals. Updated war assets. Citadel Defense Force. This one we had a bunch of updates on. What's the most recent one? There's a lot of updates here. Oh my gosh. I think it's just Geth jamming frequencies upgraded the Citadel's automated defense systems. That's got to be it. And for the Alliance 5th Fleet, it is, yeah, that Cerberus encryption codes are helping the Alliance predict where Cerberus is headed next. And there's only one place for that at the moment, but that's just for me at least. And then the Asari 2nd Fleet got an update. Shepard passed a Reaper code fragment to Asari High Command. An isolated copy will help predict Reaper movements. Beautiful. What is this? I know that's the Ninma cluster. What is this? I can't go there. It's an option. Like, there's a little Reaper node on top of it, but I can't go there.
Signal confirmed.
Apparently, okay. Apparently this was... I ended up looking it up. It was at, the Cacliosaur fossil is at just a system that I was in before and just must have missed a scan for it. Pinnacle Station. I don't know if this is the one. I just saw that it was in this system and that there's scans I haven't done. Will this be a Cacliosaur fossil? No, it's a Turian Spec Ops team. Look what we found. Okay. Intasay. This is the place. Okay, this should be the place. Fossilized Cacliosaur. Lovely. Okay.
Reapers eluded.
And then there's stuff in the and there's more stuff here, so I'll take a quick scan there, but I don't know if it'll be anything super important.
I found
on Canrum, this is one of the Krogan worlds, like where stuff happened with warlords here, you know, Krogan shenanigans. Haptic optics array, okay. I was so sure that I'd been to this I explored this place already, but that's okay. I was clearly wrong, because I hadn't.
Confirmed.
Cameron. Tidally locked to the blue giant, forever looking into the face of the Gorgon. Not a place you want to be as a planet. Or anything else that has to deal with Gorgons. Unless it's Dusa from Hades. I could look into her eyes forever. What do we get? Crucible. Yeah, haptic optics array. An experimental computer user interface. Cortical implants allow users to see screens projected in front of them. Creepy. A user's eye movements are tracked, syncing to hand gestures as they sift through data. Yeah, they full-on Minority Report. While disorienting at first, people using the optics array report increased efficiency, and the technology has been adapted by several dozen engineers for use on the Crucible. Creepy is not something to be worried about at the moment. And then advanced power relays. 15 kilometers of insulated wiring connected to switch boxes that regulate energy flow. Installing the relays in the Crucible will prevent catastrophic power surges from overloading its systems. And we got one Turian thing, it looks like. Right, this is the Spec Ops team. Guard Captain Vidinos heads a special operatives team that distinguished itself in the war on Titris, tracking down Turian separatist leaders opposing the hierarchy. Yeah, get the rebels. During the war, the separatists rammed a ship traveling at FTL speeds into the heart of Titris' capital, full of the Last Jedi. Vidinos' unit experienced their worst fighting in the Diluvian wildlands, unwelcoming marshes with a population deeply sympathetic to the separatist cause. All right, we're ready to step on, bring our boots to step on some throats. And let's go turn in the new thing, turn in the Cacliosaur bone on the Citadel, and that's kind of all I can think before the next priority mission, at least. War strategist.
Actually, I found a Cacliosaur skull preserved in amber. Maybe you could clone it, or...
You're kidding? You're kidding. Seriously? Well, if the genetic material is intact, we could... We've got cloning facilities on Surkesh. Cacliosaur genes were remarkably pliable. Cloning might be effective. Really? And they're already riding the first units into battle? Well, that's great. No, don't worry about that. It's how Cacliosaurs mark territory, and the Krogan don't seem to mind.
All right, well, I'm presuming in the canon, the first conversation happened a while ago, and now the Krogan are riding the Cacliosaurs recreated from cloning into battle. Or maybe science is just smoother than I usually think of it as. It's a very fast process. Krogan clan updates. Fierce toxin-immune creatures known as Cacliosaurs, once used as battle mounts by the Krogan, have been cloned from the fossilized Cacliosaur skull discovered by Commander Shepard. Easy work. We scanned it, we brought it back, and 5 minutes later, they're riding Cacliosaurs into battle. I think that's going to be it for me for now. Next time, we will do the priority mission, because I think that's the last one, actually, last side mission I can do. Because these other two Omega ones, I can't go back to Omega. So, yeah, priority Cerberus headquarters next. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye-bye.